Hello, YouTube. How are you doing? So it's Friday. Happy Friday. TGFA or TGF. TGF. Thank God. TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. So for a lot of people, but not for me because I have to work Friday, Saturday as well. So um, but I'm on my way out. Looking to quit the job. So maybe happy Friday for me. So I want to talk about my current situation. It's an update. So um, in the past, like I was having a hard time with the job. I felt like I was being picked on. Um, I was having a hard time. There's some changes. I did get retrained in picking, from packing to picking. So now I'm trained in two departments, picking and packing, and so I switch around sometimes based on the need. And I have a different manager. I'm working. In the past I was working 6 p.m. till 4:30 a.m., which was terrible. Now I'm working noon, 30 past noon, 30 minutes past noon till 11 p.m., which is not as detrimental to my sleeping cycle and health. So um, that's what I'm doing right now at Amazon, still doing that. They switch me to packing often, which I like better because with the picking, I have to bend down my knees and back to get to the shelves and put them put the items in the shelves. I do like picking somewhat because I don't have to interact with people. It's just I'm just in my little corner. Uh, but in packing, as long as I just intentionally keep to myself, it's going to be the same anyways. Like I don't interact with people, and it's also lower. Like the rate is not as high, but the packing is also tends to be more like slower process because the process takes longer, so the rate is not as high. But it's just no bending required. You're working on a table, so you're not like you're not like freestanding. So you have something to lean on. So you're standing 10 hours a day. It's better to be able to lean on a table a little bit with your knees or legs. So it's not as so the packing is not as physically demanding. I would say to your legs, to my legs, so I like it better. Um, so they switch me around to packing sometimes. So, as far as my managers, I like my current managers better. They don't give me a hard time. Uh, they're cool. Like they don't like pick on me like they did in the past. But when like they would say, do it this way, do it that way. This is better. This that. They would say that when I was starting out for picking. But then like when I was bringing my rate up, like they want the rate to be at 300. Also, they would stress a lot about posture and just keeping good posture and not bending down, hurting my back and things like that. So they would say that before. Now I'm actually implementing those suggestions. So I'm keeping my rate up as well. So I usually do like around 300 units per hour. So in the 10 hours, I do like um, let's say 3,000, something like that, give or take, maybe less. Uh, I start off if like there's 4 quarters. For the first quarter, 800 units, 2.5 hours. Second quarter less and maybe the same. Um, Third quarter less, and fourth quarter usually less because I'm a little bit tired. So and I don't. I like it better when I'm like half the day in packing and then half the day in picking. Because picking is just so strenuous to your body, so to my body. So uh, um, in terms of yeah, the managers, I like my managers better. They don't give me a hard time. Um, my rates, I'm keeping my rates up, so that's part of the reason why they don't give me a hard time. If I find it, yeah, I find it more tiring in picking. Uh, Also, I just wanted to say like weird, something weird. I see way too many dildos in the items screen. So people are buying dildos a lot. So yesterday I think I saw like three or four or more dildos during the day, maybe five. During when I was doing picking, so it was weird. Sometimes there'd be like three dildos in in one item list, or like order, and then I pick three of them. Uh, and it's just, I mean, and that it's just weird what they people order. Like they order a lot of candy, chocolate, books and games and dildos and things like that. Not all the time. It's Amazon. Like it's not a sex store, but uh, I there people just order so many dildos. It's weird. Um, and I mean, if I'd try to think of why that is. What's the reason behind it? So we're not. I don't have any information like who orders it or who they are. I just know that somebody's ordering them, and then I'm thinking like, why is that? It's most likely women, because there was also a lot of woman clothes, woman wear that are sold as well. I'm assuming it's women, and I mean, I don't think it's very attractive for a woman to use a dildo. Uh, because I mean, it's like I don't think men should masturbate, and I think women should also not masturbate. Uh, because the dildos for masturbating, and I don't think that women should do that, and because I'm assuming that there's also like porn as well. Like women can watch porn as well, which I don't think is right either. So it just, I mean, it doesn't make me feel good, uh, knowing that there's so many dildos being sold. Um, I don't think it's a good thing. It frightens me a little bit, because like people are should be together, right, and not separate. And using dildos, masturbating, things like that. That is a sign of social, social inadequacy, inadequate, socially inadequate, socially unhealthy. It's good to have sex with your partner, like you're like it's good to have sex with a partner that's actually healthy, with your intimate partner, whether it's married or not. I mean, that's up to you. But dildos are not good. Uh, One, it hurts a man's sense of adequacy. So especially if the woman already has like a partner and then she still gets a dildo, that hurts a man's sense of adequacy. Like he can't fulfill her needs. What's going on? And I mean, sometimes women can be sex machines. So um, it's not it's not it's not it's not attractive, in my opinion. My plans. Let's steer directions here. My plans in terms of my business. I am looking to leave Amazon, trying to exit. Uh, I'm looking at the weather app. It's March. March is supposed to be coldest month in the winter. But this year hasn't been very cold. There hasn't been too much snow. Today, it did snow. I can show you. You can see the snow. It snowed today. The rest of the week has been really nice weather, up to 60 degrees. Today probably in the 30s. So the weather is still iffy. It's March. I'm looking to hopefully wrap it up with Amazon in the next 1 or 2 weeks. What I'm planning to do is just I'm not gonna quit. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to like I don't feel good about it, but I have to go to work 5 hours later than usual. So then I'm using my unpaid time off, and once it goes into the negative, then potentially termination after a while. Because last year I was terminated after 40 hours of negative unpaid time off. So that's 40 hours that I missed from work. And so this year, after I go into the negative, I'm going to be at risk, but who knows? I might have 40 hours of unpaid time off before they let me go. But I'm working, like I said, like the first half is noon 30 to 5:30. The second half is 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. So if I'm knocking doors, I might end up going to work around 6 or 7. Taking into consideration, it does take about an hour to drive to work. So technically, I'd be driving for an hour and then I'd work. So yeah, so I guess around 6 or 7 p.m. is when I'm going to start, and then 11. So that's very short amount of hours. I'm going to start doing that. I have about 10 hours of paid time off. I'm going to use that first. I think starting next week, hopefully it's going to get better weather. It looks like tomorrow, Saturday, and then next 2 days will be nice weather. So I might even start knocking doors on Sunday as well, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Monday and Tuesday I'm off, so I'm going to knock doors. And then starting Wednesday, I'm going to start going to work later. Because that's, yeah, definitely. Maybe I have to like um, I have to like basically promise myself that I'm not gonna go to work early. Like I'm not gonna go to work around like in the afternoon because I should be knocking doors and I should be knocking doors. That's basically my job. I know it doesn't pay per hour, but that's my job, is knocking doors and selling window cleaning. Also, I'm going to see how I do this year compared to last year. Last year, I did over 50K in profits, revenue. Profit wise, I didn't really make any money because I had to pay all these expenses. But in terms of revenue, I made 50K. This year, I'm going to see what it's going to be like. I'm going to try to um, hire workers to do the cleaning for me. So I'm going to pay a lot in um, payroll. Luckily, I'm not gonna have to buy a new van, buy another van, things like that. I might end up selling my pressure washer. Um, and and also like I'm gonna see how I do this year. Hoping to do twice as much because I'm not doing the cleaning. So, and then hopefully I get my cleaner to do such a good job that I can fill his schedule for like 2 days, two 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 jobs in one day, especially during spring. Bro, we gotta do good. So I want to do like more than 10,000, like 30,000 a month. I have a lot of content to do research on. There's the course that I bought. It's like 3,000, but I decided to pay $1,000 a month, and then realized that the course was not so impressive. So I asked for a refund. They said, no, we're not going to give you a refund, but you can keep studying the course. We're not going to ask you to pay the remainder of the 3,000. So I have that course. I'm going to study it, not door knocking. I have Sales Rabbit now. I'm only paying like $45 a month to get the whole shebang, the Sales Rabbit Pro, a Sales Rabbit Plus, meaning Sales Rabbit Plus, as well as the data grid, so it helps me with knowing where to knock. So I'm going to use that. It tells me a lot of information about the homeowner, the home value, and things like that. So I'm going to use that to filter where I'm going to knock. And I want to do a lot this year. I'm going to see how I do. And if I do, I hit my target of 2x last year, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to trade in my van, my current van, for a Sprinter van. I'm going to leave the van unmarked, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do expediting. I'm going to drive over the road when it's not busy season for window cleaning, between October, like late October, November, till April, about 6 months. Window cleaning is not in demand, so I can drive my Sprinter, my van, um, for deliveries over the road. And then between April and October, or late October, then I can do business, window cleaning business again. So go door to door, try to do like 30K a month. And then so I would have two businesses if I do well in this business, window cleaning this year. I'm gonna ramp it up, knock more doors, knock more doors. So and then with driving, I would go over the road, maybe come home like every 2 weeks or so. So I might end up uh, having someone else take over the lease, and then just renting a shared room. Um, that's what I'm potentially thinking of doing. I'm kind of looking too far into the future right now. I should probably just think about the business and knocking doors. And in the near term, I think this snowy weather, the cold weather will clear up, and I would, like I said, I will hit doors, rip doors, knock doors, and what I'm gonna do in terms of hiring is I'm gonna use Craigslist to put up ads for window cleaning, and it only costs like $7 to put an ad up. It lasts for 30 days, and I get a lot of people that want window to do clean the windows. So as soon as I have a job, I already have like 2 people lined up that do want to do clean the windows, maybe 3. But if I don't, I can always put like a $7 ad and get a lot more people that want to clean the windows. And I'm also gonna, in terms of like training the window cleaner, probably I'm gonna get somebody who already has experience in cleaning windows with squeegee, or cleaning windows with a water fed pole, and then also getting up on a ladder. Somebody who's okay with getting up on a ladder, and then potentially I could have him remove the screens from the outside and then clean them as well. Because right now I'm removing the screens from the inside and cleaning them for him. But it would be nice to get somebody who has enough, you know, because I was doing it myself and I was removing the screens from the outside. So it's pretty easy to remove them from the outside. So we'll see. I think I can get somebody who's okay removing the screens from the outside and cleaning them by himself, so I can knock doors for longer. That would work perfect, because right now I'm having a hard time with knocking doors. So if I were to have the window cleaner remove the screens from the outside without my help, and I'm comfortable with the window cleaner getting up on a ladder, then I can balance it out. I have more time to go knock doors. And that actually helps both of us, me and the cleaner, because I can work more harder on filling the cleaner's schedule. Because if the cleaner does that work and I'm just there helping the cleaner with screens, now now we're both shit out of luck, right? So the worker that I have been using recently, his name is Levi. So I think I can trust the guy. He's really smart. So he's comfortable on a ladder. So maybe I'm gonna have him remove the screens from the outside. He's a really good worker. I think he'd be willing to help me out, just so I can knock more doors that way. If you watched up to this point, you're a legend. I love you. Hit the like button down below, and also leave a comment. Let me know what you think about my plan. What do you think I should do? What kind of videos I should upload? And remember to do the hard thing, especially when you don't feel like it. Okay.